Hello friends, my name is Dr. Jyoti Prakash and I am Assistant Professor in the Department of Management, School of Management Sciences, Lucknow. Welcome to the video lecture that is based on very important function of HRM, that is training. As you all know and you must familiar this particular word training, either you are having knowledge or either you are having information about this particular topic or not, but you must have any idea or some idea about this particular concept or this particular word. Training is basically if we see this particular word or simple word training includes two words, train plus ing. Ing basically refers a particular process and train means to enhance the skill or to basically brush up the skills that you have acquired from after completion of a particular course. So, training is all about, we can say, a process of enhancing some sort of knowledge or enhancing the conceptual concept or the theoretical concept that you have studied in your particular course. So, just start the discussion totally based on training and the important aspect of training. So, firstly we should understand the definition of training given by the different experts or different researchers like Edwin V. Filippo has defined training is that training is the act of increasing the knowledge and skills of an employee for doing a particular job. Means training basically comes after selection. If the organization or the HR manager basically take decision regarding selecting a particular individual, that individual must have a concept or the theoretical knowledge about the roles and responsibilities or have acquired certain sort of skills, but he or she does not know how to perform that assigned duties or responsibility. For that, the organization or the human resource manager basically organizes some sort of training or skill enhancement program that named is basically training. So, we can say that training is one of the important function of human resource manager. And how is it performed means that human resource manager basically tries to conduct different programs or different activities, so that the individual or the new hired one can just enhances the knowledge and skill, so that that individual become competent in performing the assigned duties and the responsibilities the purpose for what that individual has been hired by the organization. So, Edwin V. Filippo has defined that training is all about an act or the course of action through which the knowledge and skills of an employee is being enhanced by the organization, so that that individual become confident or feel comfortable in performing the assigned duties and responsibilities. Another definition given by Dale S. Beach, he defined training as the organized procedure by which people learn knowledge and or skill for a definite purpose. Training is basically called a organized process. How it is, why it is called a organized procedure, in the next video class or in the next video we will understand why it is called organized. Means for giving training to individual, there is basically firstly planning is being done by the human resource manager, like what is the objective, what will be the venue, what content that should be delivered in that training program, who will be the trainer and who are the trainees, and the content and the period, time period, and obviously the evaluation aspect. Means if a training program is being conducted by human resource manager, the evaluation should also be done by him or her, so that he or she just check out the effectiveness of that training program, that the training program is effective or not, that program has created impact on the knowledge and skills of that individual or not. So, that is why training is called an organized procedure by which individual or the new hired one basically learn art, knowledge or the skills for a definite purpose. Obviously, the purpose for what or for what that individual has been hired, means obviously that individual has been hired for fulfilling the requirement of a particular vacancy or of a particular job. So, training is all about conduction of a program in an organized manner through which the skills and knowledge of an individual is being enhanced for achieving a definite purpose or for achieving the defined goal and objective. Another definition given by Elmer Burek and Robert D. Smith is that training is obviously a planned, organized and controlled activity designed to express some aspect or aspect of present job performance. Means why training is being given to the individual or to the new hired one, so that or with a purpose that that individual become competent and efficient, or just know the ins and outs of that particular job, and if he or she just perform that particular job, no any mistake or any problem arises while performance, while doing or while showing performance. So, the persons define like training is a planned, organized and controlled activity, so that individual just learn the different aspect related to the assigned job or the duties and responsibilities that he or she has to perform. Another definition given by Professor Milkovich and Burden stated the definition of training as: training is a systematic process of changing the behavior, knowledge and motivation of present employee to improve the match between employee characteristic and employment requirement. Obviously, we can say that training is just like a linking activity, or training is just like a bridge which fulfills a gap between the employee characteristic and the employment requirement. Means the requirement which should be fulfilled by the individual in order to fulfill the duties and responsibilities associated with that particular job or that vacancy. And the employee characteristic is all about the skills, the knowledge, the experience of that individual, so that that individual just perform that requirement or related to that particular job. So, we can say that training is just like a gap, just like a linking activity which somehow fulfills the gap or matches the requirement, employment requirement with the employee characteristics. So, in totality we can say that training is a planned effort aimed at improving the job related competency of an employee. So, we can say that training is all about a planned activity. Why it is called a plan? Because as I told earlier that before conducting a training program, firstly the objective should be established, the trainer and the trainee should be decided, the content, the venue and the material that should be given to the individual, so that they just learn the basic things or the detail aspect related to that particular job. So, training is all about, we can say in totality we can say that training is basically a planned effort aimed at improving the job related competency of an individual in such a way, so that that individual just perform the job in a very effective and efficient manner. So, the next question obviously should come into the mind of yours, that why there is a need of training. So, these are basically the needs for what training should be given or should be provided by the organization to the individual. Like the first need or the first factor, like environmental changes. As we all know that the environment or the business era or the business scenario is very diverse. Any factor or any change may happen any time. So, in order to tackle and in order to face out that uncertainty or that change that has arisen in the scenario or in the market or in the industry, the individual should be prepared enough so that he or she just tackle out the change or change that has occurred in the scenario or in the environment, so that the organization does not face difficulty in achieving the objective and the goal that the organization is carrying out. The next one is organizational complexity. Suppose if the organization introduces some sort of we can say that if the organization introduces a particular software, a particular policy, a particular course of action that is basically that seems difficult in adopting or in performing the course of action on that. So, training should also be provided by the organization to the employees, so that these complexity can be resolved in a very smoother or in a very easily manner. Human relations, why training is given? Because if an individual has been hired newly, so by giving training, in training the organization also gives the detailed information about the working culture and the working scenario and the relationship or the culture of the organization, that should also be communicated to the individual. So, the individual just get an idea if he or she wants to survive in the organization, what he or she has to express, or what he or she has to perform, or how he or she has to maintain relationship with different humans or different organizational people, so that they just work in a harmonious manner, so that the organization just organization becomes able to achieve the objectives and the goals. The next need is all about to match up the employee specifications with the job requirement and the organizational needs. Obviously, in the earlier definition we have seen that with the help of training, the human resource manager or the organization basically enhances or just brushed up the skills of the individual in such a manner, so that the individual employee just perform in a very efficient and effective manner, in a very better way, so that the organizational needs or the organizational objective can also be fulfilled, and the requirement of the job can also be justified by the performance of that individual. And how it is possible? Because the organization or the human resource manager, by conducting training program, they have basically inculcated or given information about the working culture, about the art that he or she has to use while performing the duties, assigned duties and responsibility. So, somehow there is a need of training. Why? To match up the employee specification, or to basically prepare the employee in such a manner, so that the employee work in a very effective way, so that the requirement of the job as well as the need of the organization can also be obtained by that individual. The next one is change in job assignment. Obviously, if because certain practices or certain practices are also adopted by the human resource manager or by the organization from time to time, in order to meet out the different scenario or different situation occurring in the organization, like transfer, promotion. Suppose if I am working as a sales executive in some organization, and I have been on the basis of the performance that I have shown in that organization, I just the management of the organization has taken decision regarding promoting me to a higher position. So, how I will perform? Because I know the ins and out of that particular post or that particular role that I was assigned earlier, but I do not know the art how to perform that new assignment or the new post that I got by the decision of the organization named promotion. So, how I will perform that particular task? So, in that situation training is also required, so that I can also justify that newer roles and responsibility that has assigned me due to certain factors like transfer, either transfer, promotion, demotion. Some other aspects can also be, or some other situation may also arise in the scenario in the organization. So, if there is a change in the job assignment of an individual, so the organization should give training to that individual, so that that individual just does not feel any difficulty in performing the assigned job and responsibility, and accordingly he or she can also justify the roles and responsibility and the purpose for which they have been hired by the organization. So, these are basically some of the factors which somehow explains the need of the training and why organization should give training to the individual. Means somehow we can, in totality we can say that by conducting or by giving training program, the organization help itself in achieving or achieving the goal or the purpose that the organization basically carries out. And how it is possible? With the help of, with the contribution, with the efforts of manpower. And how they will perform? By conducting different training program, different development program from time to time to the individual, so that that individual become competent enough and the organization also become confident that they have the efficient and the capable manpower, and they are basically ready to tackle, or they are basically ready to face out any type of situation or any type of uncertainty that may arise any time in future or in coming time. So, these are basically some of the factors. The next is obviously there must be certain objective behind conducting the training program. So, these are basically some of the objectives, just have a discussion on one by one. Like the first one says that with the help of training, the human resource manager or the organization basically enhances their knowledge and skills in such a way so that that individual just perform the assigned duties and responsibility in a very smoother way, and they just help out the organization in achieving the goal. The next objective is like with the help of training, yeah, by getting training, employees just get prepared in meeting out the any requirement related to that particular assigned job or the duties. The next one is if the organization is giving training to the individual or to the new hired one, by doing so they are just trying to develop a positive attitude among those employees, so that they just are having or holding a positive perception towards their superiors, towards colleagues, subordinates, and towards the entire organization. Because as a new one, I do not know how to perform my assigned duties and responsibilities, how to mix up with the climate or with the rules and regulation of the organization. So, if the organization is giving a training program to me, so obviously I will hold a positive perception, or I will hold a positive attitude towards the entire organization, and I will obviously try to maintain good things with my superiors, my colleagues, subordinates, and we just help each other in achievement or in attainment of the goal of the organization. The next one is, if the organization is giving training to the employees, obviously they are just preparing themselves in getting or in obtaining the higher level jobs in the organization. Because if the employee is performing well after obtaining or after getting certain training program by the organization, they are also enhancing their skills and knowledge, and by doing so they are also preparing themselves in getting good job or a higher job or higher position in the organization. To assist employees to perform well in their present position, or exposing them to the latest concept and techniques, like in the earlier slide I have given the factor like environmental change. Suppose if a certain technology of a latest technology has been introduced by the organization. So, with the help of training, you are just preparing or imparting knowledge to your employees that how to work on that particular technology and software, and by doing so you are preparing those employees in performing their present job, as well as you are preparing them for tackling out the future, or tackling out the latest concept or the latest technology that has been adopted by the organization. So, if the organization is providing training to its employees, so obviously by doing so they are just expecting that the employees will give their 200 or their maximum productivity in the achievement of the goal of the organization. So, the next objective is to assist the employees in maximizing the production and productivity. Obviously, if you are giving training, if you are just making them knowledgeable about the tricks and the art of performing that duties and responsibilities. So, obviously by doing so you are preparing employees in such a way so that they just contribute a lot in achieving or in making the productivity higher up to a higher extent. The next one is to assist the employees in minimizing industrial accidents and damages to machine. Obviously, in manufacturing unit, if someone has been hired by the organization for involving in manufacturing activity, he or she has to operate or he deal with certain sort of or certain types of machineries. So, if you are giving training to them, by doing so you are trying to somehow minimizing the level of accidents and damages that may happen to the employees working in your organization. To assist the employees in minimizing the errors and maximizing the confidence of handling the work. Obviously, if you are imparting training to your employees, by doing so they are learning the art and the minute things associated with that particular job. So, they will obviously try to reduce the error or the damages or the problem associated with the overall functioning of that particular work, and obviously they will feel confident and they will maximize, they are having a high confidence of handling the work for what they have been hired by the organization. So, these are some of the objectives of training that the organization basically carries out. The next one, obviously if the training is given to the employees, there must be certain important role, there must be certain benefits obviously to both the parties, to the businesses or to the employees, means to the new one or to the employees of the organization or for the organization. So, firstly we will discuss benefits to the business. If the organization is providing training to employees, what can be the or what are the benefits for them in fact. So, the first benefit is trained workers are more efficient, means if the organization is providing training to its employees, by doing so they are basically getting confident that they are having the competent or trained or efficient workforce. So, in any time any requirement may occur or may happen, this requirement can be fulfilled because they are having, means the organization is having that competent or that efficient manpower. In case of industry, training improves safety as it impart knowledge on the proper use of machines and equipments with due regard to safety and possible hazards. Obviously, if some manufacturing activity or some manufacturing industry has hired some of the new employees. So, obviously, if they are giving that organization is giving training to those employees, those new hired one. So, by doing so they are also trying to minimize the error or the damages or the problems that may occur while operating the machines, and also they are trying to reduce the hazardous things may occur in while operating or while dealing with the machines. Trained workers show superior performance, means if you are providing training to your employees, by doing so you are trying to improve the superior performance or you are expecting more performance from the employees. Training makes employees more loyal because they will be less inclined to leave the unit because they know how to perform or they are justified, they are giving training and they are just confident in performing the assigned duties and responsibility. Obviously, they will be associated with the organization for a longer time period and they will not try to leave that organization. What are the benefits for employees? Obviously, training makes an employee more skilled. Internal growth opportunity improves the employee acquire new skills. Training also helps an employee to move to another organization, means if you are giving training to an individual, by doing so you are providing them the internal growth opportunity in related to promotion or getting acknowledgement and appreciation, and you are also providing them opportunity to move to some other organization where they can pursue their career goals and excel their career goals. Trained employee obviously can avoid mistakes and accidents on the job. They are confident enough, more satisfied enough, and they are having the high morale. Training enables employees to cope up with the organizational, social and technological changes, and if the organization is investing its money in training or in making employee knowledgeable, so obviously by doing so they are this particular investment is considered as a valuable investment for the organization. Types of training, like skill training is like a sort of training which enhances the skill of the individual. Refresher training, it is given to a new hired one for facing out the for performing the assigned duties and responsibilities. Cross functional training means this particular training is given to the individual in order to know the different things associated with different functions or different departments of the organization. Team training is given to the individual how to work in a team, so that they work together in order to give more productivity or in order to help the organization achieving the objective. Creativity training is given to adopt new concept or new technology, new thing into the organization. Orientation training is all about a type of training which is given to the individual in order to get familiar with the rules and regulation, with the policies, or get an interaction about the existing employee of the organization. So, these are some types of training. The next important thing is development. Development is basically a continuous process of building competency of employees, thus facilitating their overall development. And we can say that in management or in the field of today's, this term is generally used in relation to managers or executive and described as management development and executive development. So, just have a look on the difference between training and development. These are basically the basis and the dimension on which the differentiation has been given. Time frame, Training is basically given for a shorter time period, means for the requirement of a particular job, and development is a continuous process, means it is being conducted for the overall development or continuous development of the individual. Focus: learn specific behavior and action that improves job related skills and knowledge. And development, the focus of development is on understanding and interpreting knowledge and expand capabilities for varied assignment and making that individual prepared in tackling out or in facing any type of situation in future time period. Processes tries to improve a specific skill relating to a particular job, and development tries to improve the overall personality of the individual. Training meets basically current need, current job requirement, primarily job oriented, and development goal is meeting out future challenges of the job, and the individual basically career oriented. And usefulness, improve job related skills and knowledge, and development basically improves a personal ability to handle varied job of increasing difficulty and scope. So, in totality we can understand that training is basically given by the organization to the individual in inculcating or enhancing the skills so that they can just do the work or do the assigned work. Development is all about a continuous process introduces by the organization from time to time for making individual prepared in such a way so that they just ready for facing out for tackling the future uncertainty or future course of future goal of the organization. So, these are basically the difference, this is the or these are the basically differences between the training and development. So, if you want to get more information about the given topic, you just refer just these books and get more information about that. I hope you will understand the concept of the basic concepts of training and obviously have some idea about the development program. I will cover the rest topic of training in the next video. I hope you will like this particular video of training. Thank you, students.